Hello and welcome to marketing91.com. In this video, we are going to cover the topic on ambush marketing. Let's start with the introduction. Ambush means an attack from a hidden area and is derived from embouchure, the old French word having the meaning to place in a wood. A famous marketing strategist, Jerry Welch, coined the title ambush marketing in the 1980s when he was serving as a manager of global marketing efforts for the American Express company. Moving further, ambush marketing is an advertising approach in which an advertiser ambushes an event to compete for exposure against other advertisers. Almost all ambush marketing campaigns strive to associate a brand with the prominence of a significant event without truly being an official partner or sponsor of the stated event. The event's organizer need not pay fees to be named as an official sponsor in a specified product category. Movements against ambush advertising are mostly prevalent in sports targeting significant events such as the FIFA World Cup, Olympic Games, and the Super Bowl. Ambush marketing can depreciate and even weaken exclusive sponsorship rights or sometimes infringe upon the organizer's intellectual property rights. Ambush marketing techniques can be categorized into two sections, direct and indirect. Let's look at direct techniques. Direct forms of ambush marketing require advertisers to promote themselves as being part of or linked to an event, which reduces the appearance of official sponsors and their individual campaigns. All this especially if they are the product of the non-sponsors' competitors, while the marketer may attempt to perform a publicity stunt within the venue to draw attention to their brand, such as having the audience wear the attire that is linked with the company. Now let's look at an example. Ning ambushes Adidas at the 2008 Summer Olympics. In the 2008 Summer Olympics opening ceremony, millions of people witnessed the former Olympic gymnast Ning light the torch. Ning has also founded an eponymous athletic shoes and sporting goods company named Ning. Even though Ning company was not the official sponsor of the games, it still got associated with the games through its function as an equipment supplier for various Chinese Olympic teams. The ceremony eventually generated colossal exposure for Lee's company, which disappointed the official sports apparel supplier Adidas, as the audience did not apprehend that he had been entirely dressed in Adidas apparels as per its sponsorship rights to the games. Due to this, Ning's share price rose by 3.52% on the very first day of trading after the opening ceremony. Now let's look at indirect technique. Indirect forms of ambush marketing use representation of images relating to an event in its advertising to provoke a mental connection with it without explicitly naming it. Example: Pepsi ambushes Coca-Cola during the Cricket World Cup. Pepsi advertised a promotional campaign in India with the slogan "Nothing official about it" during the 1996 Cricket World Cup, mentioning it to its longtime rival Coca-Cola, which was the official beverage sponsor. Now let's look at some of the regulations in ambush marketing. Organizers of significant sporting events, in order to deal with the threats of ambush marketing, have seldom required host countries or cities to execute special laws that go beyond standard trademark law. Moving further, organizers could require a city to set up clean zones in and around the venues in which publicity and business are restricted only to those that are sanctioned by the event's organizer, more notably the event's official sponsors. During some instances, a venue may be expected to waive off its naming rights for the entire duration of the event if the venue is named for a concern that is not an official sponsor. For example, in the 2010 Winter Olympics for the hockey venue, General Motors Place, now Rogers Arena, was renamed as Canada Hockey Place for the term of the games. Moving further, broadcasters of event may be contractually obligated to give the official sponsors the right of first refusal to acquire advertising time during the telecast. Example: some events required the entire advertising time to be managed and designated by the organizer itself, such as the Champions League. Now let's look at some classic examples of ambush marketing. First being Kingfisher Airlines ambushes Jet Airways. Although both these airlines are no longer operational, some may recall the face-off between Kingfisher and Jet Airways in the outdoor ad a few years back. This was when Kingfisher had a good run that propelled Jet Airways to rebrand their image. Jet Airways came up with an outdoor campaign that claimed, "We have changed." In order to retaliate, Kingfisher purchased a space right above Jet's hoarding and installed its advertising that replied by saying, "We made them change." Next, Amex ambushes Visa at the Olympics. The International Olympics Committee snapped at American Express, accusing the company of being a freeloader at the Winter Games. The dispute over what the IOC defined as ambush marketing arises from an American Express television advertisement promoting the availability of its services in Norway. A voiceover says, "If you're traveling to Norway, you'll need a passport, but you don't need a visa." The ad infuriated both the IOC and the rival company Visa, which was the official sponsor with exclusive rights to grant credit card services at game venues. Next, Rona ambushes the Apple iPod. Rona, a Canadian-based home improvement chain, ambushed a billboard sign advertising Apple's iPod Nano. It did so by setting up a banner for its paint recycling services that displayed the paint from the devices in the Apple billboard above falling into the cans. The ad bearing the slogan, "We collect leftover paint," was Rona's new paint recycling program. And the final example wherein Redmi ambushes OnePlus. Xiaomi in 2019 started an ambush marketing campaign to promote Redmi K20 Pro, which was the latest offering. The billboards highlighting the new mobile series were strategically placed next to previously existing OnePlus hoardings. The new phone flaunted features such as Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 chipset, a pop-up camera, and all-screen notchless display in vibrant colors, which was similar to the latest flagship from another Chinese company, the OnePlus 7 Pro. Xiaomi billboards went straight after OnePlus with the tagline of "starkly superior to the latest one," written in the same font as OnePlus logo. However, the advertisement of OnePlus that featured Robert Downey Jr. was overshadowed by a freshly installed Xiaomi Redmi billboard. The key word here was starkly superior. So that's it, folks. That brings an end to the topic on ambush marketing. These are some of the sources and links referred to for the content in the video. If you've liked the video, do subscribe to our channel. If you want to view these videos in an organized manner, you can visit freecourses.net, where all our videos are arranged in the form of courses. Thank you and see you in the next video.